Alright, how's everybody doing? What's going on, people? To the few people that are going to view this, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about a topic that everybody's talking about right now. The slap heard around the world. And I want to talk about something specific as far as why Chris Rock isn't responding to it. And I think this is the most genius way to really respond to it, the most genius way to get back at Will Smith. And he's a strong man because I couldn't do this. Oh, I'd have to come out with a response that night. No way. Will Smith, meet me in the boxing ring. But I'll say this, right? So everybody knows, right? Everybody's seen it at this point. The slap that Will Smith did at the Oscars. Unnecessary, uncalled for. People are still talking about it. It's been about 3 days now, and people are still talking about it. 3-4 days, whatever. And Will Smith came out with that one apology on Instagram. That weak-ass apology that nobody is approving. And he hasn't spoke up since. He hasn't been seen. He hasn't, people are... The media's waiting to get him. The media's waiting to catch him in public. The media's waiting for Jada to say anything, for any of the Smith family to really say anything about it. But Chris Rock hasn't said anything. There was one thing that came out that allegedly Chris Rock said, but Chris's team came out and shut that down pretty quick. Like, yo, that is not us. That is not Chris saying it. Chris hasn't even came out with a statement yet. He hasn't addressed it at all. There was one sighting of Chris that recently came out in the streets. He just shouted out something, but he hasn't said anything about the issue. And people are just waiting on it. I think he actually has a show coming up, and I'm sure people are gonna want him to say about it. Somebody's gonna say want him to speak up about it. And now he hasn't got on any platform and said anything, and I think it's absolutely the best way to get back at Will Smith. Because when you think about it, look at how the world is eating Will Smith alive right now. Everybody's on. It's a select few that are on Will Smith's side, but let's be real here. Those are the minorities. Most of the world is backing Chris Rock, and I love it. I love seeing it. Hell, hold that man accountable. It sucks that it's Will Smith, somebody that a lot of people look up to, especially in the black community. We look up to that man. We respect him. But you can't just act violently because somebody says something that you don't like. You're teaching people, hey, if somebody says something that you don't like, assault them. And that's going to get somebody's brains blown out. So Chris Rock not responding, I think it's his way of just saying, just let him soak in it. Just let him soak in what he did. Just let the world eat him up. And I'll be the last to confront him. That's what I think the plan is. And I don't really hear anybody else talking about it. People are just saying he's not responding, but they're not really pointing out how genius of a move this is on his end. And I hope he doesn't accept that weak Instagram apology that Will tried to put out there. I mean, that was just an absolute... That was so pathetic. I mean, that wasn't even Will Smith. That had to be like his PR team. Because there's no way Will Smith came out and said that. It's just pathetic. You get up on stage, and people are still posting memes about it. It's still a trending topic. It's still... I mean, you can go on YouTube. It's at like 70 million views in a day. On YouTube right now. It's still the number... I'm looking at it right now on my cell phone. 79 million views 2 days. And it's still being talked about. I'm looking at the trending topics right now. Jimmy Kimmel breaks down the slap. Joe Rogan, Snoop Dogg talking about it. Jim Carrey just came out and said he would sue Will for $200 million. I think this is... Chris not responding is his way of getting back at Will Smith and saying, you know what, I'm gonna let them handle you, and then I'm gonna handle you last. What I'm hoping is that he doesn't respond to this nonsense at least for a week. That's what I'm hoping. At least give it a week. Because I do think he has a show. I actually believe tonight, while I'm recording this right now, I actually believe he has a show tonight. And it's crazy too, because I heard the tickets are going for like $700 at this point for the lowest tickets. Like, everybody wants to be there live. You know everybody's going to be recording. You know it's going to go viral. I mean, people are paying that much money to see him. That's crazy, because you know the internet is going to get the show for free. So, to me, this is genius. I wouldn't have thought of this. I would have came out and responded like, yo, Chris, you got to see me. You got to see me. I don't think I would have thrown him in jail. I hear the Oscars are talking about taking away his Oscar. I think that's a bit excessive. Even though it's necessary, it is a bit excessive, because I do think he deserves an Oscar. If you ask me, he should have got it years ago. We all still love Will Smith. We all still love his movies. But he needs to be held accountable. And Jada, oh my goodness, don't even get me started. That's a whole nother video on Jada alone. But this is genius. What Chris Rock is doing is genius, and I love it. And I just wanted to come on here and say how much I love that he is not responding to anything on his social media. He's not posting anything. He's not coming out making any statements. His team isn't coming out making any statements. And I think it should stay that way, at least until, what was the Oscars, Sunday? At least until Sunday. Nothing should be said from Chris Brown. I mean, not Chris Brown. Chris Rock. Nothing should be said from him or his team. Just let Will soak in it. And it's continuing to go on. And I hope it does. Because this is going to be a lesson. That's all I had to come on here and say. Thank you guys for watching. I'll come back. If there's any updates or Chris Rock says anything, I'll be right back here making another recording. Peace out.